why did you make the two of the doctors different faces?
Now, you asked me if one was what and one was what?
Why is the first one happy and the other one sad?
That's a really good question.
Why?
Hey, what's up? This is Dr. H, and I wanted to do a quick diagram for everybody today. All right, so we have basically, and this video is good for anybody who's interested or who is a veterinary professional but may be struggling or wants to have a more full, complete, just enjoyable, fulfilling life of inner peace, both in life and in veterinary medicine. So just imagine we have person A, or we'll say veterinary professional. Can I draw a stethoscope? Let me try. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Dude, that's really good. Look at me. Okay, so you got person A, and then you've got person B, or veterinary professional B, okay? And one's not doing well, and the other one is doing well, and we'll give them another stethoscope here, okay? 1, 2, dot. Okay, so you got one's doing well and one's not doing well, right? What's the difference between person A and person B? Let's assume that they're like identical in terms of their DNA. They're identical in terms of their upbringing up until veterinary school, up until after they graduate from veterinary school when they get their first jobs. Okay, so veterinary professional A, what type of things does he do? He invests, right? He invests time. He's investing, time, money, and energy into his well-being. So he's putting these things into his well-being, right? And then you've got person B up here who just isn't doing any of that. So he's I don't know, maybe he's playing video games or something. Playing video games, watching TV, and and who knows, right? We don't know what person A and person B is doing, but wouldn't you agree that if individual A is investing time, money, and energy into their well-being, if they're working as hard for their well-being as they would have for an A on an exam in veterinary school, wouldn't you agree? Doesn't it make sense that person A, even though he's identical up until graduating from veterinary school to person B, that if this individual right here, if person A is not suffering from burnout, so they have no burnout, right? And person A and person B has burnout, burnout, right? Does that not just make sense? Like, does it not just make sense that person A is doing better than person B? And oftentimes in veterinary medicine, when I look at individuals who are struggling, when I have conversations with them, when I go to hospitals who have just all the drama in the world, and I look at what they're doing, where they're investing their time, where they're investing their money, where they're investing their energy as an organization or as an individual, it's never into this. And this isn't to shame yourself. If you don't already do this, it's okay. When I first graduated from veterinary school and I was burnt out and I was using alcohol and smoking and video games, and I was watching Archer and using NFL Sunday Ticket and NFL and just playing fantasy football and doing all these different things. When I was doing all that stuff, I didn't know this formula here of putting time, money, and energy into my well-being. And thus, I didn't have well-being. I had poor well-being. At best, I had pseudo well-being. And if all those terms don't mean something to you, then I do recommend that you go to www.get MotiVETed University.com and enroll in our program. You've got to invest some time, money, and energy, or else, like, in my opinion, now that you know that it takes an investment of those things into your well-being in order to have the well-being that you want for yourself, in order to have the veterinary career that you want for yourself, the best life possible that you want for yourself, a life of heaven on earth that you want for yourself. Now that you know, now that we've put it out there, now that you know better, as Maya Angelou said, do better. Okay, and again, that's not to shame you. I mean, I think that your story probably isn't nearly as bad as mine was, of drinking and driving on the way home every single day after work because I hated my life and I hated my job. And it wasn't because of my staff. It wasn't because of my boss. It wasn't because of the place that I worked. It was because, if we go back to it one more time, it was because I wasn't doing this right here. This is the formula. Invest in yourself. Warren Buffett says, invest in yourself. That's the best investment you can make. Jim Rohn says that invest or spend more time on yourself than you do on your job. Okay, invest more into yourself than you do on your job. And that's because, like, if you put the time, energy, and money there, then you will find tools, you'll find strategies, you'll find resources that will actually help you to live the life of your dreams and complete happiness that you've always wanted to live. And it just makes sense. A mechanic goes to school, spends time, money, and energy to be a mechanic. A veterinarian goes to school and spends time, money, and energy to be a veterinarian. I don't want my mechanic working on my dog, and I want my veterinarian working on my car. And I don't want someone who's not investing time, money, and energy working on my well-being. And I would bet against them 100% of the time, as it relates to handling the stress and the challenges of life and veterinary medicine, and as it relates to enjoying the beauty, enjoying the amazing parts of life and of veterinary medicine. Thank you, and I hope to see you at Get MotiVETed University. I really do.